What would happen if you pitted 100 Stormtroopers against one Jedi? What would happen? Well, thanks to Jedi Fallen Order's new DLC update, and with the help of some modding of the files, that is possible. In today's episode of EcksToo, we explore just how well Cal can take on various Stormtroopers in large numbers. Going straight into the question of the day, what Star Wars games should we cover more of, and why? Battlefront 2, Empire at War? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more Star Wars gaming content. So this was quite a sight to see. So this is 100 Stormtroopers in the battle arena. So you might have just seen that falling animation in the front 20 of them. I'll cover that in a bit more later in the video and why they do that. It's a very odd bug. It only happened in this matchup as well. But here we're just going against standard Stormtroopers. They pretty much go down in one hit here. And what I noticed straight away is that only a select amount actually fire. It's really interesting to see Cal take out all of them, just one right after another. And sometimes you get them in a group, you can just take out 10, maybe 12 of them in one massive fatal swing. But it seems like the AI just doesn't kick in if they're at a distance. And I think that might just be because of optimization. Just there's only this small vicinity that actually adopt some form of Stormtrooper AI, and the others just stand idle, not utilizing any code to let up on performance. I don't know if this gets any better if you have a better graphics card, if it's able to utilize more AI in one turn. I don't think so. Just from my programming knowledge and background, I don't think it will. Here you can see me just take out big swings on a group of them, but then they all split up and they distance themselves and only utilize some that actually shoot at me. I was kind of hoping they'd be a bit more aggressive, but of course these are the basic Stormtroopers. I did have infinite health on though, just for the purpose of the video and just getting the content together quickly, because I'm not the best Jedi Fallen Order player, that's for sure. But I just wanted to get this all together for you guys. See Cal take out literally an army of Stormtroopers. Here I'm just starting to parry because the shots gave me knockback. I was just not parrying at all, just seeing if I could just unleash everything on them in quick succession. But some were getting some shots in. And of course, now that we've taken out all of them, all of the remaining Stormtroopers, no matter the distance, the AI was being utilized. So here I wanted to try out the rocket launcher troopers. After winning that match, I wanted to try out these guys. The AI was a lot worse for wear, and of course we had slowdown here. We had slowdown in the previous match as well, but I sped up that that footage to make it look like my FPS was not that bad. But here it was pretty bad compared to any other enemy AI. But here they weren't attacking at all, so I just kind of just dropped out of that match. There wasn't much to look at regarding the rocket launchers. So here I wanted to make a really, really interesting matchup, however, because I wanted to look at using heavy assault Stormtroopers, 30 of them, 30 flame troopers, and I think for the other 30 I utilized Scout Trooper Commander, yeah. So I utilized 30 of those, and then just 10 standard ones after that. And this was probably the best match of them all compared to all the others that we did, because there's different AIs being utilized here. So it actually created quite a interesting playstyle, and some AI was actually aiding me, not in the way that you think, but you'll see in just a second. So here we have the Commander Scout Troopers with their blocking abilities. They definitely caused some trouble in the flamethrowers. Here you saw they're throwing grenades, and they're wiping out their own allies, which is helpful for me, because I thought it was going to be a bit of a pain handling those Scout Trooper Commanders. Here I go in the back line on the heavy assault Stormtroopers. Again, not many firing. They're just sitting there idle whilst only a fair few actually attack. But here I did have some trouble. Here I was actually finding myself every now and then soft locked into a position and had to wait until my recovery frames kicked in. Here I'm trying to avoid the explosions, but yeah, the other Stormtroopers were doing more damage than me. That's for sure. So here you should see another one go. It takes out about like 5 to 10 of them in one go. It was insane. The heavy assault Stormtroopers definitely did the least amount of work here. The flame troopers and the scout trooper commanders were probably doing the most work and the most help towards me as well. But it was definitely the best match of them all, and it was really nice to see Cal just really wailing on them. There you go, damn. Plus, one thing I really liked is that when Cal's having like a lot of firepower against him, and you have unlimited block, it looks really nice to see him just avoiding every single one coming his way. I did try and make a previous, like a separate setup of this, of just heavy assault Stormtroopers, but only one at a time would fire at me, despite there being 10 on the field. So it was practically useless, and that's probably why they're useless here as well. Only one at a time could be utilized if they were in the vicinity of Cal. Otherwise the AI would just not kicking at all. So here we're just finishing up the rest. Again, I did speed up the footage here at the beginning because there was heavy FPS problems. So, and of course, I'm only running like 1080s. So, and of course, I'm modding the point system so we can push Jedi Fallen Order a bit more to its limits compared to what they actually give you, which is just 100 points. So here we're just finishing off the rest, parrying off everything, just seeing how that looks. There's another grenade being launched. This time, they're not helping me. There's only 2 of them. And that sad line, you killed all of them. Made me feel bad. It actually made me feel bad taking 100 men's lives. So here it's just Stormtrooper commanders. This was actually recorded a little bit earlier from this fight. This ended up just being exactly the same as Stormtroopers. I just thought I'd add it in there because I was just doing a bit more parrying, which kind of looked quite cool. But yeah, you can see like some of them just don't turn at all. It's like that scene from iRobot with all those robots just like not moving. You had that one that was trying to get away from Will Smith, just belting out of the room. Oh, there you just saw I just took out like a bunch of them with one swing. That felt so good. It felt so good. Here I definitely want them out quicker, especially with like parrying and like dodging a bit more and not getting hit by the melees, because that actually makes you flinch and cancels any form of like input until Cal finishes the animation. That's nice. Yeah, but still, same as Stormtroopers, just maybe a maximum of 3 to 5 at a time will shoot. But it's quite interesting to see how the AI functions in that sense when you have a lot of the entities in one area and how the others disable themselves and allow only a certain amount to actually work. So here I was using the Venator Crash map because I wanted to try something new, but here I noticed when you had 100 Stormtroopers only, all the other matches didn't have this issue, but 100 Stormtroopers only caused some of the map to just not work. Like here there's no floor and I'm just in an endless falling animation. This is in spectator mode, by the way. This is when they're not attacking. But here I can't get out. So I'm like, okay, this is probably like a Venator Crash map issue. So I change it over to something else. And I still had the issue in Shadowlands. Like it still applied, only it was in a different area. I think it was more in the back line. So very interesting to see why that happens. I don't fully know why. I'm assuming that just comes down to optimization in terms of removing some functionality of flooring just to save up on computing. But yeah, it is still an issue. And again, that's why when I went into a match, you saw them in a falling animation when I first started attacking them, and then it solved itself once a few entities were removed. And in obviously in the Shadowlands, it was the backline. The backline of 20 were in a falling animation. I don't know why. Quite interesting. That's why I kept it in there. I thought you guys might like it. But yeah. That is it, guys. Let me know if you like this type of more free-form recording. Here I didn't go by a script. I just wanted to go by what I was watching alongside you and just commenting what I had found whilst I was recording it. It is a little bit quicker, but of course, if you do prefer the more refined, direct edit, I can totally work with that as well. I totally understand if you prefer it. But other than that, I have been Charlie. You've been watching EcksToo. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.